You're watching the Kansas City Chiefs Report, powered by Chat Sports. I am your fearless leader, Tyler Jones, here with you. Thanks for stopping by. On today's show, we are going to take a look ahead all the way to Week 1 of the 2025 NFL season when your Kansas City Chiefs head to Brazil to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. What do we think the starting lineup will look like for the Kansas City Chiefs when they open the season? We will go over that for you coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, folks, Broncos Breakdown, the Donkeys. They have a new host over there. His name is Moose. He's a little bit of an odd guy. I wouldn't recommend watching his TikTok. He said that the Chiefs Report could not get 1,000 comments on today's video. He was talking some smack. And as your fearless leader, that is just something I will not allow around here. So if you want to stick it to Moose, I need you to spam KC in the comment section. Let's get at least 1,000 comments. Maybe you want to put F the Donkeys, F Moose in the chat as well. Talk your shit, as the kids would say. Spam KC in the comment section, and we'll get started with today's show. So here's what we're going to do, folks. We are going to go through each part of the Chiefs lineup, from offense to defense to special teams. And we'll break it down piece by piece of what we think those starters are going to be. For the record, this is unofficial. This is not official. This is a projection. Without further ado, here we go. Patrick Mahomes will be starting Week 1. God forbid something happening to Patrick Mahomes. He will be your Week 1 starter for the Kansas City Chiefs at the quarterback position. The starting running back should be Isiah Pacheco. And things could get interesting with Rashee Smith to see how well he plays in camp. But all signs point to that Isiah Pacheco should get healthy, should be 100% when the season begins, and hopefully we see him back to his old self. Xavier Worthy, coming off a fantastic rookie season, was really good in the second half of the year. He was named the Chiefs Team Rookie of the Year this past year. And now he plays a critical role in this Chiefs offense, not just as a receiver, but also his ability to run the football as well. Xavier Worthy, I think, is going to have a strong 2025 campaign. Then, another name for you. Rashee Rice is back into the fold. We expect him to start Week 1, unless there's a suspension that potentially happens. But Rashee Rice, he sounds like he's ready to go. That despite the injury that he suffered there in Week 4 against the Chargers, that he's back and back with vengeance. And I think he's going to look like one of the top 10 receivers in football if he picks up from where he left off prior to that injury. But he says he's fully healthy and in good shape. I think there's some pressure on Pacheco for a number of reasons. Number one, there was rumblings last year that he kind of fell out of grace with Andy Reid. And then, can he look like his former self? Can he put that all together again, especially when you got young guys that are hungry behind you like Rashee Smith? I hope that Pacheco has this figured out. The offensive line should be improved too, so that should help Pacheco in that sense. The other offensive starters, there's a few more for you. Travis Kelce is back for what could be his final season in Kansas City. The Chiefs will start 2 tight ends, more than likely with Noah Gray next to him as well. Noah Gray had a breakout season in 2024 with career highs in catches and receiving yards and touchdowns. I think that both those guys are going to be really good. And then I think your starting left tackle is going to be Jaylon Moore. You signed him from the San Francisco 49ers. He started 5 games last year, filling in for Trent Williams. And I think that they lean towards going with the veteran, but that doesn't mean that Josh Simmons isn't going to start. I think they begin him at the left guard spot. And with Josh Simmons there, you wonder, with him starting at left guard here, is this kind of a temporary thing? Because I think there's a pretty decent chance that Jawan Taylor is gone after next year, and maybe you move Simmons to the right tackle spot down the line. He's going to be competing with Kingsley for that spot, Wanya Morris, among others, all trying to make their name known to be the starting left guard here. But if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, I think your objective is, hey, we just want to put the best 5 out there to give us the best chance to win. Moore and Simmons together should be a good combo. There is a bit of a great unknown here with the left side of this offensive line. New faces in new places. What's Jaylon Moore going to do as a full-time starter? How quickly can Josh Simmons get fully healthy? And also learning a new position at the guard spot remains to be seen, but I think he'll do a good job. Who should start at left guard week 1? Should it be Josh Simmons or should it be Kingsley or somebody else? It's our pinned comment today. Let us know what you think. Type JS for Josh Simmons. Type KS for Kingsley. Tell us in the comments section which one should start at that position. Rounding out the rest of the offense, the best center in football, Humphrey, returns for another season. He got that extension before last year began. Trey Smith playing on the franchise tag. Excited to see Trey Smith make his return, and he's turned into one of the best offensive guards in the entire league. And then there's Jawaan Taylor. And with Jawaan Taylor, it's so frustrating because if he didn't have this penalty problem, he would be one of the better offensive tackles in football. But instead, he's here with one of the worst contracts on this entire team. Taylor needs to figure it out. He needs to either shit or get off the pot. And barring some miracle from Jawaan Taylor, this will be the last hoorah from him. He will be replaced after this season. Let's go to the defense now. George Karlaftis is back. Kind of started slow in 2024, but he had a strong finish to the year. Chris Jones also returning, although I think with Chris Jones getting older, with drafting no more Ormond Lott, you'll see a little bit less of Chris Jones as they'll limit his snap count a bit and try to get some others involved to make sure Chris Jones stays healthy and plays in the most important games when things matter. Mike Pennell Jr. also back into the fold. I like Mike Pennell a lot. I think he's a fine football player, and he's been a good running mate for Chris Jones there inside. And then Mike Dana also in the starting lineup for Kansas City. And you got some depth pieces behind those guys. I'd like to see more from King Felix. I hope that Ashton Gelati can figure things out, although his sack numbers were down his final season at Louisville, but his pressure numbers were high. The D-line's got some dogs. And everybody looks back to that Super Bowl of what the Philadelphia Eagles did, right? And I think what we're trying to see is teams recreate what Philadelphia did on their defensive line. And I think Kansas City is headed in the right direction when it comes to the pieces that they have there. How would you grade the Chiefs starting lineup of what we anticipate week 1? A, B, C, D, or F? Chime in the comments section. Tell us what your grade would be for the Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs Report is the best place for all your latest Kansas City Chiefs news and rumors. We're doing weekly live shows on Tuesdays. We're bringing you Q&A mailbags, breaking news, and more. Best part about it, doesn't cost you a thing. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Don't miss out. Stay up to date. If anything happens, we bring you a video as quick as we can. Whether we're in studio, on the road, doesn't matter. We got you covered each and every day. Here are the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Subscribe now, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Drew Tranquill returns. I think he's one of the more underrated linebackers in all of football, and he's done a really good job on a relatively cheap contract. Speaking of contracts, Nick Bolton's got a new deal that pays him about $15 million a year. He's talked about that he's looking to improve 1% each and every day. His kind of big overarching goal, he wants to lead the league in tackles this year. Watch out for Nick Bolton there. And then here's some changes that we're seeing in the lineup. Jaylen Watson, he is fully healthy after making his return at the end of last year. He should be your starting left cornerback. There is some rumblings that he could get traded, but at least for now, he's there. And Christian Fulton will start opposite of him at the right cornerback spot. Now, I have not forgotten about Trent McDuffie. We'll talk about him in just a bit. But there's an interesting battle going on in the outside corner spot. You got depth at the position that you didn't have last year. When Jaylen Watson went down, that group really got exposed. And so with that said, now you bring in Fulton. You also have Noah Williams, who you drafted out of Cal here. I think that you're in a really good spot. You're much better at that corner position than you were a year ago. One could argue it's the most improved position on this entire roster. Then we go to Trent McDuffie. McDuffie moves back to his natural position of the nickel corner spot. That makes much more sense for Trent McDuffie. He was better there at the nickel spot when he played there previously before he moved to outside corner. Then a new starter at strong safety, Jaden Hicks, takes over for Justin Reid. I am very high on Jaden Hicks. Led the team in interceptions this past year. I think he'll be even better than what Justin Reid was. And then Brian Cook is back. He will be your starting free safety this season, and I think he's a good value player. I like McDuffie at the nickelback spot. That's what makes sense for the Kansas City Chiefs to maximize his talent level and his capabilities. I think that he'll do a really good job there. Who is your favorite Chiefs player? No wrong answers here. Could be Patrick Mahomes, could be Trent McDuffie, could be somebody else for all I care. Tell me who your favorite Chiefs player is. Chat in that comment section. Tell us who that is. Chiefs rookie jerseys are on sale now. Chatsports.com/Chiefs jerseys is where you can get yours today. You've got the Josh Simmons jersey with his correct number on it, along with other rookie jerseys available for you. And maybe you don't want one of those. Maybe you want a Mahomes or Kelce or Chris Jones or McDuffie jersey. We also have those on sale at chatsports.com/Chiefs jerseys. Get yours now. Men's and women's options, all sorts of different shapes and sizes. Father's Day coming up around the corner. Get your jerseys now. Take care of Dad. Chatsports.com/Chiefs jerseys. Rounding out with the final group, the special teams. Last and least, Harrison Butker, the most accurate kicker in football. He makes his return. Let's see if he makes any comments this offseason. Matt Araiza is also back. The punt god is in the lineup, and I love Matt Araiza. That guy's got quite the leg on him. Pause. Then you got James Winchester, the highest paid long snapper in the NFL. I think James Winchester is, even for a long snapper, a very good football player. And then your return specialist, you got Nico and then Brashard Smith. Both those guys will be involved in the kick and punt return duties. And I think when you look at special teams, this is a really good group for Kansas City all the way around. The number one thing you ask of special teams, don't get in the way. And this group is an asset. They don't hinder this team, which is what you're looking for, what you want. Thanks for watching today's show. If you made it to the end of the video, that means you are a real one, a real Chiefs fan. Spam real one in the comments section. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time here on the Chiefs.